Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Carolina Panthers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
60 Bison.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first pass is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good. Pretty darn cohesive to me.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown. And your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Here we ready.
Miller is in. Touchdown, Carolina. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mention the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of the defense.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 3. Wide open receiver complete. Looking to big man rumble. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Edo blue. Ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Red, cycle, green jack.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough it, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. The Panthers at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate. It's always tough on the ball.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And 10 at the Bucs 12-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll run it again with Miller. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5, about the 4. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Let's go now. Red, yellow, 22, blaster, 6. Ready?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Here we go. Here we go. 4th drill green. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. He'll try to do it himself. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. The extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try to find a way to win.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 33 and a first. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run. Hits Brashard Smith. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter.
Here we go.
Inside handoff now, middle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Grant. 53.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Black 40. Ready?
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here we go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Setting up the screen for Miller. Down to the 10. And he gets it all the way going down to the 3. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Set, ready. Yellow, 22. Set.
Touchdown, Panthers. From 3 yards out. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. And they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Complete to Nicole Hardman. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Stills bringing it in. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
A 7-yard pickup.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
At the 13-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Back to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Set up.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
He throws there, incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
York able to send this one through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Boy, still a half plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go on onside kick early. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team. That they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Some people playing defense in this one. There's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. This offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Ready.
They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead grows to 14 and 24-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now it's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Vasquez. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. On the slant, he's got Hardman. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. It's reeled in downfield by Johnston. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now back to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready. Yellow, 43. Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. First down.
The Panthers, first down.
50, green.
At the 46-yard line.
Back to throw now, first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 45, White. Ready.
Back to throw here. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
Set. Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. Oh, I think the Bucs got it, and they did. Tampa Bay football. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Now a play fake here on first down. In trouble, and he's taken down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. He'll drop to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And now an audible here into something else.
Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Looking to put a drive together.
Hey,
steal.
a turnover on down.
A first down carry now for Miller. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty.
Down, steal, black, ready.
They'll look to throw.
This is caught by McMillan.
And some space here.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Carolina! A great effort there. 44 yards.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Thereafter, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 3rd down, they go with Irvin.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. They're going to blitz. Likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
Set, ready, green jack. Ready?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Panthers' 21-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. On the out route, he finds Hardman. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Then play action.
And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw here. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
York able to send this one through, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Ready. 6.
They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Set. Hut.
On third down, Miller. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up second down.
Second and 5 at the 18-yard line.
Yellow. 43. Ready.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter.
Buccaneers 13.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
They'll set up a throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Quentin Johnston, 82 yards. And the Bucs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for two. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. I mean, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
74 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 63 yards.
And the Bucs get a bit closer.
Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job.
So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll run to the wide side here with Miller. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
33, yellow. Ready.
Looking to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
My partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. A good pickup there, 21 yards. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late point. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking middle, and he's got Ibuka. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Finding Hardman here over the middle. On a gain of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Cover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory.
Set. Hut, hut.
And they're running from the gun with Miller. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Down, ready.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
First and 10 at the
Strike.
27-yard line.
Strike. Ready. Hut. Check. Hut.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Panthers, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.